प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्.
When you should do prostration, various prescriptions are given. We don't follow that. Suppose hurriedly the Guru is running somewhere and you fall in prostration in front and the Guru falls. Langi laga diya. You should be careful enough to know that this is not the time to. What is your prostration is so important. मन से कीजिए ना, इतना क्या है. जब देखेंगे बैठे हैं या जब टाइम है आराम से कीजिए. वो जब दौड़ रहे हैं उस समय गिरने का क्या ज़रूरत है. And he may not see also always that somebody had fallen there. That happens with Ma more because Ma has difficulty in walking and all. So they should be more careful. Now happens with me quite often. स्वामी जी के साथ आजकल उतना नहीं होता क्योंकि स्वामी जी को दौड़ते नहीं दिखा जाता ना. I have to run for various things, telephone calls, suppose I have to run and take it sometimes. On the way, if somebody falls, Niyatam Sangarahitam Aragadveshatah Kritam. See, again Niyatam is coming, and my book list writes again Nitya Karma. It is not Nitya Karma. Niyatam means it is very well guided, very well regulated. And in our case, regulation is coming from the Viveka Buddhi. Niyatam karma means which is always guided by the Viveka Buddhi, the Buddhi which is anchored in the truth, anchored in the soul. The intelligence which is anchored in the soul, that intelligence is regulating the action. That is called the Niyata karma. You can write Viveka motivated karma. Normally our karma is desire motivated karma. Here it is Viveka motivated karma. Sangarahitam. Sangarahitam means he will not do because of his preference and prejudice, his identity with that particular, because he is given to that, he will go on doing. That is the Sangha. I said that I am prostrating. If I am oblivious of all others, it is a Sangha. That I am holding on to a certain kind of action for me. We are not saying the consequences around at all. That means my mind is too attached to that, and I give too much a value to my prostration. Can you not understand that? I am valuing my prostration to be too much. Their prostration is not important, my prostration. That is the Sangha. Sangarahitam, aragadveshatah kritam. It is not done out of my special fondness or preference or out of hatred also. That is sattvic action will be like this. It will be well guided by the Viveka Buddhi which is anchored in truth. It will be free of all kinds of Kartri Bhoktri Bhava or attachment, as you say. And it should not be guided by Raga Dvesha, that means preference and prejudice or hatred. Aphala Prayapsuna Karma, which has been done by not looking for the phala. Again, caution is that any karma done will have its objective phala. That we have nothing to do. But when we are looking for a personal gain and finally happiness out of it, that is the phala. Aphala Prayapsuna means who is not linking to that. I have to do it, or this has to be done, he is doing, not related to that after doing, when I become successful, I will be happy. Aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvikam uchyate. Now this is what he is defining, the sattvika karma. Now go to the Karta 26, the verse number 26, which is defining the Sattvika Karta. Got it? 26. Mukta Sango Anaham Vadi
Mukta Sango Anaham Vadi
Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha
Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha
Siddhya Siddhyor Nirvikaraha
Karta Sattvika Uchyate.
Karta Sattvika Uchyate.
So what is he saying? Mukta Sangaha. In the karma he said Sangarahitam. Is there any difference? The karma which is done as Sangarahitam. And here he is saying the Sattvika Karta is Mukta Sangaha. So is it not that the karma, that Karta is defining the karma? There is no difference at all. A karma done in the Sattvika manner by a Sattvika person becomes a Sattvika karma. It is not the karma which is defining. Even if it is a killing karma also. If it is done in the Sattvika manner with a Sattvika mindset, then it becomes Sattvika karma. See, Arjuna was trying to avoid the war and take up sannyasa, going to the forest, begging and all he was suggesting. Now, this tyaga was tamasika tyaga, moha, out of delusion. He was not fit for that. If he had gone to the forest also, 14 years he meditated on the war, how he will defeat Duryodhana and Pati. Now suddenly if he takes up sannyasa and goes to the forest, will his mind be free of Arjuna thought, Duryodhana thought? It is only out of delusion he was trying to think. But what Krishna did is that the Ghora karma like war also he made it a Mukta Sangaha karma like Sattvika karma. Mukta Sangaha Anahamvadi, that means done without any ahankara. Whenever it is Sangarahita, it means Anahamvadi also. With ahankara you cannot become Sangarahitam. Because it is basically the ego. Dhriti Utsaha Samanvita. This is a new, because it is referring to the karta, it is not referring to the karma, that the Sattvika karta should always be associated with Dhruti and Utsaha. Now Dhruti, when he is saying in the Sattvika karta, then it should be Sattvika Dhruti. Dhruti also, later on he has divided Dhruti into Sattvika, Rajasika, Tamasika. Now where he is referring to the Dhruti in case of a Sattvika karta, we have to know that he is referring to the Sattvika Dhruti. These are the way we have to read the Bhagavad Gita. You connect it to that where is Sattvika Dhruti defined, that Dhruti should be here. It will come a few verses later. 33. Dhritya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaha yogena vyabhicharinya dhritis sa partha sattviki. Such a Dhriti is called Sattviki. This has two meanings. What is that? Yogena avyabhicharinya. That means dhritya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaha. The activities of his mind, prana and all the senses, they are all held together, they are all guided by what? Yoga, avyabhicharini yoga, avyabhichara yoga. Vyabhichara means which is deviating, coming and going. Avyabhichara means which is always fixed, one-pointed yoga. Now it can be interpreted as whose mind is kept in samadhi when manah pranendriya kriya, that mind and vital forces are all kept still by yoga. When the yoga is referring to the meditational yoga, that is he is not active at all, he is in samadhi. That is also Sattvika Dhriti. That is, he is able to hold on to samadhi in the meditative level. Is it difficult to go here and there? You find it difficult, no? No, but this is the way you have to study. Whereas you can also say that it can be equally applied to the interactive state also. How? Because that yoga is the yoga, buddhi yoga. In the interactive state, whole Bhagavad Gita is on buddhi yoga. That means the viveka buddhi, the buddhi has to be always anchored in the truth. So how will you hold on? That abhyavicarinya yogena abhyavicarinya. That means yoga which is not deviating, one-pointed yoga. That means the buddhi is absolutely anchored in the truth. With that, his mind, prana, everything function is controlled by that. It is regulated by that. So it can be interactive as well as non-interactive. Non-interactive means in samadhi he can hold his mind. His mind will not run around. His vital energy, with his prana will not create disturbances of gas coming out or this way, that way, movement, etc. So he will be able to, when he wants to get into meditation, he will be equally absorbed. So he can hold it. That is the sattvika dhruti. And otherwise, when he is active, whatever he is doing, he is not losing the anchorage in the truth through the buddhi, through viveka buddhi. That is the interactive state of sattvika dhruti. That naturally the second one is much more powerful and necessary, because even if you have the samadhi sattvika dhruti, in the interactive state you will not be able to function properly. So the buddhi yoga has to be applied, and through buddhi yoga only you have to remain seated in the truth throughout, whether you are interactive or not. That is why Bhagavad Gita in the beginning itself said, Buddhau sharanam anvicha. Buddhau sharanam anvicha. Kripanaha phalahetavaha. Those who are looking for happiness here, there, swarga, etc., they are kripanaha, they are miserly. You take refuge. Sharanam means refuge in buddhi. Buddhi means not just the active intellect. It is the fundamental bodhi. Actually, generally what we refer to buddhi, it has the Vishesha Pratyaya. Vishesha Pratyaya, you know. Vishesha means special. That means it looks at the world divided, khanda khanda. It differentially. That is, it discriminates, separating, fragmenting the world. Khanda buddhi, Vishesha buddhi. But Sattvika buddhi, it is referring to a Samanya buddhi. Samanya buddhi means it is uniform everywhere. It is not dividing and seeing each special characteristics, but always knowing the uniform truth behind everything. Samanya pratyaya. It always has a comprehensive vision. Samagra drishti, comprehensive vision. So let us get back to the original. We were in Niyatam Sangarahitam
Niyatam Sangarahitam
Aragadveshatah Kritam
Aragadveshatah Kritam
Aphala Prepsuna Karma
Aphala Prepsuna Karma
Yattat Sattvikam
Yattat Sattvikam Uchyate
Yattu Kamepsuna Karma
Yattu Kamepsuna Karma
Sahankarena va punaha
Sahankarena va punaha
Kriyate bahulayasam
Kriyate bahulayasam
Tad rajasamudarhitam.
Tadrajasamudarhitam.
He says yattu kamepsuna karma, which is done by the people who have desire. That means desire motivated action. That is the rajasika karma. Whenever it is desire motivated action, it is rajasika. Sahankarena vapuna, or it is done with lot of ahankara, lot of ego, lot of dambha, everything. Even if it is a puja done with lot of ahankara. Just now we were taking the examples of devotion and all. If it is lot of show, fanfare and all, that is rajasika puja, rajasika karma. It might be desire motivated also. If I do such ornamental puja, people will say that, oh, what a religious person he is, how much he is and all, he is a very dharmika person and all, everything. Kriyate bahulayasam. You will find that those who are Rajasika people, they will unnecessarily overdo. Many things which can be done easily if he is a little poised and little cool in his mind, things will be done in the proper time, in the proper way. The Rajasika people are so much after that desire that they will not have the comprehensive vision and run to do something, and after doing he will say that no, it was wrong or it need not have been done. Somebody is supposed to come. He is not coming. Immediately rush to their house. अरे phone करके तो पहले देख लो थोड़ा चला है कि नहीं. By the time he reaches there, this person is in his house. By the time he comes back, he has gone. In Hajavarala it is there. গেছে দাদা কোথায় আছে, যখন আমি গিয়ে পৌঁছবো তখন কোথায় গেছে, তারপরে. So that is the Satvika Buddhi. So this karma is called Rajasika karma. Yattu kamepsuna, desire motivated, sahankarena, done with lot of ego. Kriyate bahulayasam, unnecessary overworking, not understanding the comprehensiveness of it. Even the puja also, suppose a person, a Rajasika person is doing puja, what is the aim of puja? If a Sattvika person, if it is a Sattvika karma, puja is a Sattvika karma, suppose. It depends on what way it is done. Puja as such is neither Sattvika nor Tamasika nor Rajasika. Now, what is the aim of puja? That my mind, at least the minimum aim should be that my mind should become egoless and calm and cool or poised, or my mind should become devotional, I will be able to accept more, that kind of a mindset should come. So for that, do we have to run around everywhere, get all the materials, do with lot of fanfare, calling everybody, and when the puja is going on, your gossiping is going on. This is what happens. सबको बुला लिया, सबको ही आ गए, तो वो तो पूजा देखने के लिए नहीं आए हैं, सोशल फंक्शन में आ रहा है, तो आके सबको बहुत गप कर लिया, निंदा, एवरीथिंग विल गो ऑन इन दैट, paro ninda and all, everything will go on. So where is the pujas? This is the Rajasika puja. Sattvika puja will be definitely oriented towards the final goal. Anubandham kshayam himsam,
Anubandham kshayam himsam,
anapekshya cha paurusham,
anapekshya cha paurusham,
mohadarabhyate karma,
mohadarabhyate karma,
yattattamasamuchyate.
Yattattamasamuchyate.
So he is defining the tamasika karma. What is that? Anapeksha means regardless, heedless, uncaring. Anapeksha means apeksha nahi karke. Anubandham means link, causal consequences. That means where from it is happening and what are the consequences. So he says Anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha. That means not considering. What are the things not considering? That what is going to be the consequence of the action. I feel like doing it, but what is the consequence? If I take 24 rasagullas, I may have loose motion. That consequence also they will not think. Kshayam, that what are the hani, what are the harms it is causing to people around or to the society or to myself. They will not consider that also. Himsam, whether it is hurting others, bali, etc., that also they will not consider. So, anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha. That means not considering the consequences, the harm and whatever loss it may result in, and also whether it will cause any hurt or harm to others. Himsam. No, not only that, another is that Paurusham. Paurusham anapeksha. Paurusham means samarthya. That means how much I am capable of doing. That also they will not think. They will undertake many things which they are not capable of doing and lose all business. Maybe he was doing a very good service, getting quite a few lakhs as salary, appreciated in his work also. Suddenly the mind thinks of doing business. He doesn't know that he might be a good serviceman but not a good businessman. He doesn't know his own samarthya, his capability. Suddenly putting all his money in the business and finally lost everything, then in debt, deep in debt, then run around, भागो, दूसरे लोग आके पकड़ेंगे. ये सब तो होता ही है. So whatever is the result, the consequence or the harm, सबके ऊपर harm होगा, परिवार वालों के ऊपर भी harm होगा. It may result in himsa also sometimes. Mohad arabhyate. This is started out of delusion. Not thinking of anything, the paurusham, not thinking of the capability of the harms reaching others or the law incorporated that might happen or the other consequences, harmful consequences. When we don't think that and do it, it is out of delusion only. Mohad arabhyate karma. That karma is called tamasa. Tamasa karma. Now, all these things, are they not the kartas? It is not in the karma. Suppose you have done a business. Leaving the job, you have opened a business. If you have done with enough of thoughtfulness, thinking everything in a rajasika manner, then it will be a rajasika karma. It will not result in all these things. If you have done with the benefit, for the benefit of the society, thinking of a great aim, something, then it is sattvika. Even this establishing the center, it's a big karma. So if we do it that thinking that my center will be like this, I will have this, that and all, then it is rajasika. Not knowing the capability, if you do, then it may enter into only loss of property, loss of everything also. It is not applicable to us because not knowing we don't know our capability, we don't know anything. Whatever to be done, we do. So it is neither in sattvika, rajasika, tamasika. When knower is doing anything, it is transcendental karma. There he will not bother about any of this. It is trigunatita karma. That also you should know. That it is neither sattvika nor rajasika nor tamasika. It goes beyond that. When Swamiji thought of the Delhi center, we did not have any money at all. So it is, if you look at the karma only, say that it is a tamasika karma, paurusham anapeksha. We have not even a lakh and we are buying a property worth of 1 crore. No, what is the question of lakh? Even 10,000 was not there. खाना मिलेगा कि नहीं पता नहीं है next दिन, ऐसा तो हाल, भीख मंगा. So apparently it is tamasika, but it is not tamasika because he is not deciding on the basis of anything else. Whatever to be done, it is niyata karma. It is viveka niyata, or you can say it is mukta karma. It is called mukta karma, mukta sangaha. डिल्यूशन होने से तामसी का कर्म होगा. वो आप करने से होता था, स्वामी जी करने से नहीं होगा. So हो गया ना, मोहादारभ्यते. This another section is over. Now should we stop or go further? Then it's coming the karta. The karta I will finish, then I will stop. So that you can relate that karma is actually for the karta only. Karma is identified by the karta actually. As such, karma can be anything, it doesn't matter. Mukta sango anaham vadi.
Mukta sango anaham vadi.
Dhrit धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः
धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः
सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो निर्विकारः
सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः
कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते.
कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते.
This we have already discussed. Only siddhya-siddhyo nirvikaraha. That means aphala-prepsuna, same. One whose mind is not on whether I will be successful or not or so, samatva. That is the siddhya-siddhyo nirvikaraha. So, such a karta, whatever he does, it will be, karma also will be sattvika karma. Ragi karma phala prepsuhu
रागी कर्म फल प्रेप्सुः
lubdho himsatmako शुचिः
लुब्धो हिंसात्मको शुचिः
harsha shokanvitah karta
हर्षशोकान्वितः कर्ता
rajasah parikirtitah.
राजसः परिकीर्तितः.
So, what kind of a karta, what kind of a doer will be called a rajasika doer? Ragi. Ragi means he is always given to preferential clinging. Raga has come from color. A ragi means one who has applied the color of me and mine to the world, color of mindness, and holding on to that. He will be preferential always. I like this, I want to have this, I desire this. He will not bother about others also. Karma phala prepsuhu. He always wants the happiness or gain from all the karma. So his focus is not on the karma, but the gain out of it. So the karma can be done in any manner. If I might have my gain and I am happy, it's fine. Lubdha. He is always greedy. Even if enough is there, he tries to take away money from the company. Say a proper businessman will plow back the money in the business so that the business progresses. Through that the employees also progress, and through that the country also prospers. Such a person is a good businessman. Business as such is not bad. Business is one of the most important. It means sharing. It is based on love for others. So that service, sharing, with that they don't do. They do it only profit motivation. And with that profit they think they will be happy, which never happens. They become more worried. Lubdha, himsatmakaha. For that they will harm others also. In harming to have their own fulfillment, their own gain, they will not mind harming others. In earlier days, collieries and all, we have heard about how the union is motivated to kill some people also, to subdue some labor movement and all these things used to happen. All are carrying and dumping earth in the hole where they have taken away the coal. And some person is kept who will push the first person, then repeatedly 10% हो गए, उसके ऊपर सारा डाल दिया. All the mitti and everything is thrown over there, just buried. Nobody will come to know anything. Ashuchihi, they will be ashuchihi. That means rajasika person, they will not bother about the shuchitva or the purity of what they are doing. Many things will go wrong. They don't bother about it. Harsha shokanvitah karta. They will be either elated or depressed. Because if they are successful, they will be very elated. Next day, if they are unsuccessful, they will be depressed.